Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good winter period and enjoying the Maha Winter Mornings. My relationship to myths and symbols has been a really significant one, definitely an interesting one. For me, I wasn't engaged at all with myth or symbols before coming across the Dharma, and I think that the image of the Buddha that we look at on the introductory course was the first image I'd ever bothered to look at for more than about 10 seconds. And all this sort of stuff came out of that. I got really into Jung for a little bit. That was the archetypal images and the mandalas and the language that he used was a really helpful crossover for me from hardcore materialistic limited scientific background into a more colourful, magical world. So that was a huge part of and still is a huge part of my Dharma life. And I think why it's hard to talk why I resonate with symbols, because part of the point is that they're beyond words. But what I can say is they're half in the world, and half out of the world. So there's something that you can understand about them intellectually, and a place that you can put them in the world around you, around me. And then half of them is buried deep in mystery, and they act like, for me at least, a doorway into a more mysterious way of living, a more like a non-conceptual sort of magical land. So symbols to me are doors, and I suppose a lot of my practice has been working out what keys I need to open the doors, how to approach symbols and myths in a way that opens them up, so I can sort of pass through the image if it's on a screen or painted on Padmaloka's shrine room, what I need to pass through it into what it's actually trying to communicate. And I've also learned to treasure symbols, particularly if they come from my own psyche, not to talk about them too much in the light of day, and not to talk about them too freely, because they're sort of like secret and by their very nature, and if you bring them out too soon, they kind of wither in the light, and then they seem to be lost and have to wait a while for them to pop up in another form. And having said that, one symbol that I'm really relating to at the moment is the symbol of the blue lotus, a picture of the blue lotus, because it's a blue lotus against a blue sky, and the leaves, the lotus is picked out by very thin golden lines, and while it communicates how to hold life lightly, at least for me at the moment, at this time, that it's both, life is very serious and there's a lot riding on it, and we kind of take it very seriously, and it feels very real, and it's sort of see-through and bubble-like and dream-like, a symbol that best describes that at the moment, or I can best enter into that at the moment, is a blue lotus that's both there and not there, and defined by very thin golden lines. If that didn't make sense, maybe you can just have a look at the lotus.